Hello everyone, Ben Wiegmann here, field agronomist for Beck's Hybrids in Southern Illinois. I'm standing in our Effingham PFR farm today in our Herbicide Insight area, where I'm going to talk to you a little bit about wheat, but more importantly, different options that we have to control weeds in a wheat crop. Because I know in my position as a field agronomist, I get a lot of different questions about what I can and cannot spray in my wheat crop, because sometimes we don't even spray a herbicide in it. Maybe we're using tillage factors to control our weeds, or just coming through the wintertime, we don't have a lot of weed pressure out here. But in recent years, there has been an increase in weed pressure out here, so that's what I'm going to talk to us about today here. So we're going to have about 8 treatments here that I'll talk with you about, kind of the do's and don'ts and what can be effective. The first 2 treatments that I'll talk about is using a herbicide called Sharpen. So we have 2 different rates, 1.5 ounces and 3 ounces of Sharpen that we're applying pre-emerge, and it's going to work well in a burn down scenario, or if we're in a no-till situation where maybe we have a lot of mare's tail out there, something where we want to start clean when we come in and plant this wheat crop out here. So the interesting thing about Sharpen is once we get above that ounce rate of Sharpen, we can start to see some soil activity, or more importantly, soil residual from it. So once we get to that 1.5 ounces, 3 ounces, we can provide ourselves with a little bit of soil activity and residual out there. The third treatment I'll talk about is a product, Zidua. So Zidua is a residual product of group 15 that we use a lot in soybeans as that go-to residual product. So we're using it out here, and the thing about residual, or Zidua I should say, when we're using it here, is the label is a delayed pre-emerge. So this delayed pre-emerge is we got to have 80% of our wheat seedlings germinated with at least a 1/2 inch shoot on them before we can provide this or apply this Zidua out here. So this Zidua is going to help control any newly emerging weeds. But one thing that really comes to mind for myself is cereal rye or annual ryegrass, things like that, because I know a lot of guys that are planting wheat, they're also planting cereal rye, ryegrass, things of that nature for a cover crop. And it can be hard to control in a wheat crop, being a grass on grass. So this can be something that can prevent germination of that specific crop. The next thing will be Metribuzin. So Metribuzin, similar to Sharpen, can provide us some burn down control after the crop has emerged. So we have to wait till we're at that 2-tiller stage in wheat, but it can provide us some burn down control in that. The next product I'll talk about is a product called PowerFlex. So PowerFlex is an ALS style chemistry, and this is going to provide us some in-season control of those things like cereal rye, like I had talked about on the Zidua. So if that cereal rye starts to come through our crop canopy, we can apply PowerFlex on it, and it will provide us some control in this wheat crop. Other products that can be effective are products like Axial or Osprey. They're all ALS style chemistries that can provide us good control out here. The next products will be Harmony. So Harmony has been that go-to product in wheat to control things like wild garlic and other weeds that may be problematic in this wheat crop. So that product has to be applied before jointing. And then the last products I'll talk about are 2,4-D dicamba. So those things have to be applied after joining, and they just really provide us with some post-emergence control on this wheat crop. If you guys have any questions about any of these different scenarios or chemistries to apply in your wheat crop, feel free to reach out to any of us here at Beck's Hybrids, and we'd be glad to help you. Thanks, and have a great day.